Everyone, my name is Anunaman. I'm a BTech third year student from Pek Chandigarh. I'm making this video just to share my series of bad experiences I had since I came in this Himalaya hostel. In those 3 hours, I ran back and forth from the hostel to the Pek market. So the moment my roommate opened the door, the guard barged into the room. He was just about to hit me with his lathi to wake me up. So I came here on 26th of July. I went through all the rigorous hostel allotment processes. It took me 3 hours. In those 3 hours, I ran back and forth from the hostel to the Pek market just to retrieve the photocopies and the passport size photos and all those documents they needed at that point. Or they wanted. Since I'm staying here for the past 2 years, they already had those things, but still they wanted. So I went through all those processes. I signed everywhere they told me to. I showed them all the payment receipts, all the proofs they wanted. Everything. They gave me the key. So they made me sign on 3 to 4 registers. I signed in every one of them. Everything was good. Okay, fine. Now today the date is 6th of August. It was 8 o'clock. I was sleeping. I didn't had a good sleep for the past 2 to 3 days. Suddenly very rude, loud and continuous knocking started at the door. My roommate went to answer them. There were 2 people. One was a guard with a lathi in his hand. I don't know why was he supposed to carry a lathi in a government boys hostel. Second was a person in a very casual dressing. He had some papers in his hand. So the moment my roommate opened the door, the guard barged into the room. He was just about to hit me with his lathi to wake me up. But my roommate intervened. He woke me up instead. Then the guy started asking me that I had to leave this room because this is not my room. Because my name is missing on some register. Is this my incompetency or your incompetency, dude? I went through all the hostel allotment process. It took me 3 hours. I gave you all the documents and passport size photos, everything in a file. Now, if my name is missing, that's your fault. You must do it. You must be sorry to me. Now instead you are really talking to me, ordering me to leave this room. Just a fun fact that my roommate came late. He came on 3rd of August. He informed me later that my name was not in that register. So the very next day I went and filled all the infos, gave them my passport size photograph. Process was done. Yet he had the older info where my name was not in the register. But just a day ago I filled that. But he was so adamant that my name is not on the register. He was so rude. But I kept telling him that I filled that register yesterday. My name is not in that thing, so you can go and check. Everything is fine. But he still denied. He made me sign on some paper, write a name, number, etc. I did that thing. And one more thing that my roommate told me that one of those guys was saying that is he sleeping under some influence? Like in Hindi they were saying, क्या कुछ करके पी के सोया हुआ? तुम्हारे घर पे कोई ऐसे रात को 8 बजे सोता है तो पीकर ही सोता है क्या सबके घर में? और जो तुम ऐसे लाठी मार के उठाने आ रहे थे और लाठी मारने वाले थे, क्या समझते हो तुम किस पोजीशन में हो जो तुम ये कर सकते हो? अब तुम ऐसे मारोगे कोई ऐसे सह लेगा, कोई देखता रहेगा, सुनता रहेगा? And later I got to know that the other person was the warden of the hostel. He didn't even state his designation the moment he barged into my room. How am I supposed to know you are the hostel or peon or anybody else of this hostel? Huh? How am I supposed to know? Is there something written on your forehead? Am I having the eye of the death note guy? Dude, how am I supposed to know? So this was one of those. This was one. Another is that they opened the hostel too late. Since the company interview processes for the summer internships were starting on 20th of July, and they opened the hostel on 26th. So that made me miss some of those opportunities. But nevertheless, the behavior of these people is very bad. I don't know what kind of this VIP culture is it that you can just barge into anyone's room and just do anything, exile them from their room and whatever that you seek to do. And there are many other examples of this VIP culture in this hostel and this college. But I'm not stating right now, since the video is getting long. But lastly, you must be thinking, why am I making this video? The fact is that I have this anger inside my head right now because of bad sleep and because of bad experiences. I'm making this video and wanted to share my experience with you guys. If I get some apology of sorry from God grace, that will be very fulfilling to my ego and everything. But thank you very much. Bye.